part of our work together was around your personal brand and your purpose. And so how have you used that to sort of navigate your career? You had big decisions in that, and life and leadership.
Yeah. So I guess, it was quite confronting for me when you said we're going to develop a, personal brand. Like, it's not something that necessarily sat that easily, with me. You probably remember in terms of how do you brand yourself? Like, how do you actually articulate what that means?
Yes.
But, you took me through it, took me through the steps. There was a lot of me rambling and you synthesizing and, that down to, what are those key things that make you you?
Yes.
And that give you energy. And once you get clear on that, like, it's something that personally is unique to you, that no one can take away from you. And it just sits with you and it feels right.
Yeah.
Because it's who you are.
Yes.
Like, I probably, when we started, would have said, I don't have a personal brand. But of course I do. Yes. I just didn't know how to articulate it. Yes. And so going through that process just helps you make yourself comfortable with who you are. Because you've actually articulated what it is. And probably more importantly, you've thrown out a whole lot of things that's what you're not. Because you choose the words that go into it. And yes. So a lot of things that maybe you thought were your personal brand, when you put it on paper and look at it, you're like, actually, no, that's not me. That's not actually me.
That's a really awesome insight. And the fact is, what do you want to take forward as well? Because we're working through creating your best you life and your whole next phase of life, the adventure that you want to take. So there's some stuff there that you go,
don't want that anymore.
Yeah. Awesome, Heather. That's amazing. And in terms of the purpose, so has that, getting an understanding of what your purpose is, has that helped in any way?
Yeah, 100%. So, in terms of looking at the next, role in my career, you can just, it's almost like a scorecard where you go, well, does it actually meet this purpose? Does it align with, the values that we work through and the purpose that I have? And I guess in some ways it opens your mind to, different industries or different types of roles, because, if the role meets that core purpose, you know that you can be impactful in it. So
that is such a good point. Yeah. Because you've got such broad, my goodness, have a look at Heather's LinkedIn, such broad experience, and you could have chosen so many different types, right? But you've been in an industry, in one type of industry, if you like. But when we looked at your purpose, you can go across a whole heap of industries and that sort of stuff. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
Definitely gave a totally different lens to look at. From a career perspective, but, even as I've said before, even just what you do with your time.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Heather.